What up, gamers? Fans are here, and welcome back to Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. So last time we did some polls as well as check out the crew deck for the remainder of the video, and now in this video we're going to check out the two stories here. Starting off with the Deep Oblivion, we'll be doing this first, which I checked out the amount of story here. Yeah, there was like 24 of these cutscene like stages here. So yeah, we'll be doing all that. And then we'll be moving on as we wait for part 2 to be released. We'll be doing the Intertwined Assault story, which I didn't even realize this was also another story too, like being released right away. Because yeah, we have like two stories. One is like very long. The other one, like this one here, is a normal, I guess, length for the story. I think around 11 stages here. But yeah, I would do this first, but you know, like especially when this will go out first in terms of like the duration. But yeah, I just rather go in order because according to the Starry Celebration, I mean, it just feels like I gotta do this first, the Deep Oblivion, before the Intertwined Assault. So yeah, I'll be doing Deep Oblivion first, and then yeah, we'll do it again for part 2 after the Intertwined Assault. Anyways, here we go, man. So let's do it. We'll begin with the first part of the story here, and 69. Look how much that we gotta do here, man. Yeah, like I said, I counted, should be around 24. Yeah, let's just get started right away, man. Let's waste no time. There's like a lot for me to cover. Here we go. Winning the war is nothing more than giving peace a good beginning. After Kalina is besieged by Sexton's squad at ODE-01, the transport pod carrying the powered-down Leva is securely placed into a fixed slot. The temporary power source shuts down as the pod is connected to the main circuitry. Oh, now we got voices. I mean, I feel like, you know, it would be here because it does seem like a very important event. It is the first anniversary stuff, so yeah. Frame function, check, complete. System self-diagnostic, complete. Power supply, activated. Remaining power, 100%. Accessing neural backup. Connection established. Loading neural cloud, 5%, 20%, 35%. Amid steady night rainfall, the helicopter carrying Kalina and her party descend slowly on the outskirts of Odessa. Figures waiting at the airfield are magnified and distorted by raindrops clinging to the glass, their faces obscured. They seem utterly undaunted by the gusts stirred up by the rotor blades. Sitting in the backseat, Lena grips her sidearm. Neva, Miss Kalin, don't be rash. But that's at least 3 armed squads. The one standing in front looks sort of friendly, but the rest... Dear me, when was the last time we got such a warm welcome? Must have been before 2065? Leva, this isn't the best time to reminisce about the past. What else can I do? I don't want to butt heads with their riot shields. Don't you agree, Kalin? Sitting in the co-pilot's seat, Leva pulls her gaze back from the window and turns around. Follow my lead. This is Odessa. They won't act rashly. Remember, we're only here to cooperate with their investigation. Lena, put your gun away. Fine. The helicopter lands smoothly. Kalina pushes open the cabin door and steps out. The young man standing at the front of the reception team takes an umbrella handed to him, strides forward quickly, and passes it to Lena. Then he stops and extends his right hand to Kalina. Oh, look at this guy. Fedya. I am Major Fyodor Andreyevich Sokolov of the Odessa Special Security Administration. You may call me Fedya. It is an honor to welcome you, Counselor. I will assist you in adapting to your brief stay here in Odessa. Thank you, Major Fedya. Pleased to meet you. Kalina shakes his hand lightly. Fedya then politely but firmly withdraws his hand. The rain is getting heavier. Please, Counselor, you and your subordinates should get in the car. We'll discuss the rest later. Fedya steps graciously aside to make way. Yet even after Kalina and her party have boarded the vehicle, he does not order his subordinates to lower their weapons. The group follows Fidya into a room. Counselor, while on the way here, I have already conveyed the Odessa Oblast government's basic stance. For your personal safety and for the smooth progress of the investigation, I must ask for your full cooperation. Of course, but might I have an audience with the chief? With this testimony and clarification, this misunderstanding about falsified identification codes should be cleared up quickly. I'm sorry. The chief currently has no plans to meet with you, but I will pass along your request. It's getting late, and you and your people have been getting caught in the rain. Please rest well tonight. My team and I are quartered downstairs. If you need anything, you may call me at any time. Fidya bows politely and leaves the room, taking a towel from Leva with a wry smile. Kalina dries her hair as she walks towards the bathroom. Leva, can you bring me a bathrobe in a bit? I'd like to take a shower. Sure. Leva walks to the wardrobe. After a short while, the sound of running water comes steadily from the bathroom. This so-called protection during the investigation period is basically the house arrest. Leva, you saw it too, didn't you? There are loads of SSA members outside. There are quite a lot, yes, but considering what trouble we, that other one who already left, stood up back at OD-01, it's to be expected. But it wasn't our fault. Who could have guessed that the chief would be impersonated by some strange doll? Their chief got replaced without anyone noticing, and instead of going after the culprits, they keep pestering us, the victims. The counter manipulation that doll you used was sophisticated enough that even I failed to detect it in time. You can't expect ordinary Oblast technicians to keep up. Leva, you and Kalin are both too forgiving. Things got really hairy just the other day. Yes, poor Lena. That's not what I meant. Lena paces sulkily from the door to the desk, then looks out the window while fussing with the potted plant on the windowsill. With a shrug, Leva pulls out a bathrobe from the wardrobe, walks to the window, and draws the curtains. She then picks up the tablet on the desk and scrolls through it with her back against the wall. Anyway, I can't just shrug it off like you can. If we hadn't made it in time that day, Kalin would have been gunned down by Odessa's armed police. And now, all we get is a perfunctory, sorry, our bad, we'll look into it. That major just now was also giving us attitude. The chief's switcheroo is a major incident after all. It takes time to investigate. And remember, the orders came from above. The people on the ground are just carrying them out. It's not their fault. I don't care. Once our charges are lifted, I'm going straight to Kryuger. He'll give them a piece of his mind. It's Director Kryuger. Don't forget your manners outside. Haven't I told you before? I'm not used to all these formalities. I'll be more careful. Don't be mad, Leva. Good. Poor Kalin still hasn't gotten a chance to get changed or have a proper hot meal. We can't go back to our old quarters. Instead of throwing a tantrum, why don't you help her pick out an outfit from the hotel store? Leva passes the tablet to Lena. The clothes they sell here are junk. Better buy outside. The signal reception. Realizing that the device only connects to the hotel intranet, Lena's face tenses again. Unbelievable. They're even restricting our network access over something entirely baseless. Lena scrolls irritably, hopping between pages, taps a few times, then hands the tablet back to Leva. Let's go with this one. It's about the same as Kalin's usual style. I've specified the size. Good, she'll like it. Leva glances at the screen, smiling faintly. She walks to the bathroom, knocks softly on the door, and hands in the robe and tablet. Kalin, the robe's by the sink. Your new clothes will arrive soon, so bear with it for just a second. Use the tablet to order dinner. Pick whatever you like. Alright, got it. A little later, Kalina steps out of the shower, dries herself, and puts on the bathrobe. Her eyes drift toward the device. On the outfit detail page, a line of text reads, 5 hidden cameras, 3 listening devices. Oh. Other suites on this floor are also under SSA control. Lena found 2 of them. Kalina quickly types out a string of information on a tablet. Outside the business suite, a hotel staff member rings the doorbell. 100%. Neurocloud loading complete. Confirm. Affiliation, Hyde 404. Frame model, dual track DSI 8. Imprints model, UMP 45. Mission ID, blank. Time, day blank. Status ongoing. Weapon control system normal. Terrain DM activated. Cognition and NSSS activated. Frame warning complete. Visual feed activated. Okay. Lying in the transport pod, Leva opens her eyes. She's awake. A calm voice speaks. The pod lid opens automatically. Hey yo, long time no see, 45. Or should I call you Leva now? Seeing the 2 in front of her, Leva waves casually. Oh, that's the same Leva, right? Well, now she has longer hair. Okay, so was this before or after that whole scene just now? Like, this is the playable version, right? Like, I know there's Lena and Leva. I'm guessing this is sometime after. I heard you 2 had joined the Non-Military Forces Administration. I didn't believe it, but looks like it's true. Long time no see, Robella, Sopo. Or do you prefer RO635 and SOP2? New codenames are fine. Director Kuriger sent us to extract you. He'll be commanding us remotely while Kalina remains under house arrest. Director Kuriger himself. Things really are getting complicated. You didn't run into trouble on the way here, did you? No, but you better... I've seriously had enough. Sopo cuts in abruptly. What's wrong? I thought I'd get a chance to spar with Odessa's security mechs, but no dice. I just want to tear one apart and take a good look at every single wire inside. Could the installation layer be pink? I have to know. Robella, next time, please let me take one apart. Pretty please, just one. Staring at Sopo's eager face, Robella sighs heavily, then turns towards Leva, only to see her watching with interest. Are you planning to lie in there all day? The startup sequence should have finished long ago. Oh, you've got me. It's rare to have some free time, you see. I was hoping to get a few more minutes of rest. Mind giving me a hand? This pod's a bit cramped. She extends her hand to Robella in a friendly gesture, but in that instant, Robella hesitates. I have a feeling that taking your hand will lead to something unpleasant. Leva grins knowingly and withdraws her hand. Guess I'll do it myself. She climbs out of the transport pod and stretches leisurely. You're quick. The transfer was completed even earlier than I expected. That's because Kalina gave HQ plenty of notice. The director made timely preparations. According to his orders, we had to swap the transport pod right at the Odessa Oblast border during the handover between the Oblast government and NOMFA. Smart timing. Probably the only place on the Odessa-Kiev route where tampering wouldn't look suspicious. Any other crowded stop would have raised eyebrows. And even now, there must have still been eyes on me in that transport vehicle. Exactly. That's why I suggested putting you in a new frame altogether. Okay, new frame. So I'm guessing it's a different body than the one that we were just at, like earlier, in that hotel. But yeah, I'm not sure what's happening, if this is before or after. I assume this is after that whole scene at the beginning. Just because, you know, we're in a new frame. I'm not sure if she goes like back and forth in between them. However, a new frame means a period of adjustment, so the director refused. He wants you on the field as soon as possible. So he's the one who rejected it. I owe him thanks. If I became dead weight and slow things down, there'd be no point sending you two at all. So wait, hold on, was it not a new frame? Can I see? Hold on. So wait, is it still the old frame? Because the director rejected it. And the way she's talking right now, it seems like it might still be the same frame. Okay, never mind then. Very funny. I just gave you access to the comms channel with the director. He'll brief you personally on the next steps. Appreciate it. Leva operates the terminal and joins Kryuger's encrypted channel. Leva, how's your frame doing? All green. Ready for the next mission. Good. I've reviewed the incident reports. I'm largely up to speed. I've contacted the Odessa Oblast government through official channels. All I got from them was insufficient evidence. Further investigation required. Okay, I think this is definitely after, because I know right now Kalina is, like, I'm guessing accused of something with a chief and all. And I guess, Leva at least was sent on a mission to gather evidence or something to clear up her name. Kalina's name. They refused to lift the charges and end the house arrests. They only allowed me one brief call with Kalina. Our job now is to find evidence that clears Kalina, or leverage to negotiate with the Oblast government. I recommend the former. Understood. Leva, you've been in Odessa longer than anyone else here. You know the situation best. I'm appointing you as on-site commander for the dolls. Robella, Sopum, support her in lifting Kalina's restrictions as quickly as possible. Director, one moment please. What is it? Director, based on the current intel, the enemy almost certainly poses highly lethal combat dolls, and Leva, in my assessment, her combat skills and preferences make her unsuited for combat. So that's the impression I left you within our past missions? This isn't about impressions. I'm raising an objective concern. But maybe while you weren't looking, my combat style changed, just like your codename. Care to observe a little longer? Your frame hasn't changed. Even with an upgraded neural cloud, it wouldn't last 3 minutes against a combat doll with that kind of caliber, let alone directing and commanding a squad. That's only your guess. If I'm not mistaken, neither of us has ever actually faced such an enemy, have we? Making judgments without data. That's not very doll-like, is it? While Leva and Robella's argument reaches an impasse, Sopo suddenly brings her hand together in a loud clap. I've got it. Why don't you two connect to level 2 and have a match right now? Whoever wins gets to be the boss. Beating each other up when we've barely exchanged greetings? That's not a very good show of teamwork. Besides, even if the two of us teamed up, I doubt we could beat you, Sopo. Still, I don't object to Robella being the squad leader either. Director, would you reconsider? I've already made myself very clear. Leva knows the situation best. She'll handle on-site command. I dispatched Sopo as backup specifically to cope with the enemy's unknown combat capability. Remember, what you'll be facing isn't just dolls, but also humans. Robella, you have a better understanding of human habits and psychology. Your specialized electronic warfare module will also let you assist Leva in countering any EW traps that might have showed up again. Understood. As for your concerns, I've already made arrangements. What do you mean? I borrowed that researcher who was with you before, Leibniz, from Periscaria, especially for this mission. She has already started making preparations. Now that you mention it, she did say to meet her in the lab upstairs once Leva finishes booting up. Could it be? Indeed. The place you're in now is actually a covert research facility under NOMFA's control. With the help of the staff there, Leibniz will carry out optimizations and adjustments on Leva. Also, Leva, Kalina hinted to me over the comms that she had passed you a piece of potentially mission-related intel. Sync it to me later. Once your functions are optimized, we'll base our actions on that lead. Contact me anytime if there's an issue. Yes, sir. The call ends. Leva shrugs and looks at Robella, who squirms awkwardly. Don't worry about it. You've only raised objections because you cared about the work. Besides, your concerns weren't unfounded. Anyway, even though we did know each other before, it has been a long while. I hope we can work together smoothly. Come on. Leibniz should be waiting for us. Sopo, load the parts back into the transport pod. Gotcha. The group arrives at the lab where they're supposed to meet Leibniz. Just as they were about to input the entry command, the door opens from inside. A researcher stumbles out with a heap of draft papers in her arms. Whoa, careful, you're gonna drop that. Sopo darts forward and catches her just in time, narrowly averting a traffic accident. There's so many people in here. Numerous figures are bustling around the lab. Standing at the center with her hands on her hips and her back to the door is a petite woman. You, and you. Throw out those empty snack bags on the desk this instant. And you in the corner with the glasses. You think I can't see you? That's a whole box of model kits behind you. Is it going to help you draw circuit schematics? If not, get out of my lab. And this. She snatches up a mug from the table beside her. The coffee stains in here are thicker than the bottom of the mug. Unless you want your gut flora to look like this, go wash this right now. The researcher who got told off to bolts from the lab, clutching the mug. So, that's the Leibniz we're looking for. Yep. I've barely woken up and there's already so much work to do. Having received the confirmation, Leva lets out a weary sigh and steps forward. Unbelievable. You're all just like Periska. Messy, sloppy, obsessed with research and nothing else. Taking care of Periska must have been tough, huh? At the sound of Leva's voice, Leibniz spins around sharply. Huh? What? What nonsense? Assisting the genius Periska is an absolute honor. Only by entrusting her day-to-day care to someone like me can she focus completely on the most meaningful research. Alright. You're right. My bad, I apologize. You should apologize to Periska. Leva raises her hands in surrender, and Leibniz' anger finally subsides. Never mind. You must be Leva? Since you're done booting up, let's get down to business right away. I can't afford to delay the task that Periska has entrusted to me. As Robella and Sopo walk over, Leva quietly leans in to whisper to Robella. Why didn't you warn me that she's such a big fan of Periska? You didn't ask. What are you two whispering about? Nothing. I just remembered something else I need your help with. Since we're all here, you might as well brainstorm together. Something else? Periska never mentioned that. But she did send me to assist you, so go on, tell me. Should we have this conversation somewhere else? Don't want to get in the way of the cleanup. Leibniz shoots a glare at the researchers who are sighing with relief in secret. You, don't just stand there. You think I don't know much about how much trash is piled up in the next lab? Get over there and clean it up. Make sure there isn't a single garbage room left on this floor after tonight. Under her intimidation, the researchers quickly grab their cleaning tools and file out of the lab. Now talk. Right. Eva pulls up the data Kalina had input into the tablet earlier. I hope this little gift is to your liking, Miss Kalina. I believe it will help solve your most pressing problem. And this long string, some kind of code? Looks like UCS formatting, but not quite. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to ask for details, but someone must have sent it to Kalina. Since she deemed it useful, then the most pressing problem mentioned here must be the Oblast government's restricting her freedom, right? Can we trace the sender? Our network was already under surveillance by the time we received the message. There's no way to run a normal trace. But if someone could slip this message in unnoticed under those conditions, with that level of skill, they wouldn't leave a trail unless they wanted us to find them. Forget it now. We'll get nowhere chasing ghosts. Leva, let's get your optimization done at the console first. Time's tight, and Mr. Krieger specifically asked that your baseline functions be up to par. For now, I'll only work on the software. Hardware adjustments will have to wait. While the calibrations are underway, I'll also make time to examine the scheme, if needed. Rebella and Sopo can assist me too. Thanks. Any small improvement helps. I don't want to walk onto the field as a squad leader, then get one-shotted right away. Small? Don't underestimate me. Why do you think Bariska sent me here? Come on, I can guarantee at least a 50% boost in your performance after the calibrations. Alright. Sorry, I shouldn't doubt you. Even if you doubt me, don't doubt Pariska's judgment. Ever since I joined the lab, Pariska. Leibniz marches off toward the console. So that's the bit that offended you, huh? Rebella, Sopo, I'm going ahead. Sorry, but you'll have to wait for a bit. After Leva leaves, Rebella walks over to a nearby workbench and starts sorting through the scattered tools. Her eyes keep constantly drifting toward the console. Sopo, who has been poking around aimlessly, shuffles over demurely. What's wrong, Rebella? Still upset about Leva being the squad leader? You're not the type to fuss over a performance. No, I'm not upset. It's just, I don't quite understand. When I talk it out, you'll keep it bottled up. Do you still remember the old UMP-45? For her, Squad 404 and UMP-9 were everything. Why would someone like that be willing to set aside 404 to support NOMFA operations? Maybe for the same reason we're here? No, it's not the same. 404's position has always been complicated. Even if they cooperated at times, they never belonged to Griffin. By ties alone, they should have been more inclined to help the commander, especially after what we went through with M4. Rebella trails off without finishing. Maybe Leva and 404 went through the things we don't know about. Oh, Rebella, you always overthink things. Even if something shady is going on, the AR team isn't so easy to mess with. Relax, come on, smile. Sopo bounds up to Rebella and tugs her cheeks upward. Though she frowns, Rebella doesn't resist, and just as Sopo pull her face into a weird smile. See? Much better. A smiling Rebella is way cuter. Can't win against you. A while later, with the process set up, Leibniz comes over. If you got time, why don't you help me look at this code string? Sure. Alright. Sopo darts over ahead. I've already run a preliminary decryption on the string. It wasn't hard. It's just UCS with another layer of function conversation. But when it unpacks, it's even longer and doesn't seem to mean anything. She projects the result on screen. Could it be a prank? Who knows? The three of them stare at the output, completely at loss. It makes no sense at all. I don't recognize the fields, but the code feels oddly familiar. Really? They just look like a messy patchwork of mismatched segments, worse than the Songvis junk I've ripped apart. Well, duh, the Songvis Ferry wasn't 16 lab. They didn't have Persica's continuous maintenance. Persica's continuous maintenance, and ever since they lost Licorice, the dolls had been left to cobble together whatever scraps the mastermind could manage. Exactly, you get it. Their fire control cores and weapon circuitry were completely haphazard. Guns could pop out of anywhere. Patchwork. Don't tell me. Inspired, Rebella scans the output again and again. A. O. S. I get it now. Leibniz, rearrange the decrypted fields that contain AOSG in the order of A, G, OGAS, to strip out the characters O, G, A, and S themselves and resegment by the current field structure. OGAS, as in that protocol? Leibniz fingers fly across the keys, rearranging the output. Isn't this? Indeed, it's the format of the old Sanguis system backdoor key, but there's an extra numeric block at the end. Was I wrong after all? I don't think so. This backdoor key format is almost never used anymore, but to have OGAS appear once each, and to end up with exactly one extra number segment after removing them, it's way too much of a coincidence. Beep beep. An old-fashioned alarm tone goes off. Leibniz pulls a terminal from her coat pocket and shuts it off. Leibniz calibrations are done. Hold on. I hear you found a lead? Maybe. But even if this is a Sanguis backdoor key, what does it mean? Sanguis Fairy is gone, and the tech built under designs are scattered all over these days. That's true, but it just so happens we've already run into some of those old friends now. You mean what happened in ODE-01? Exactly. Sure, the ones who came to arrest Kalin were Odessa Oblast police, and the imposter doll slipped away. But those nuisances we met on the road? The commander's dolls, Kalina, and I didn't let them off easy. The commander. What, worried? Don't be. Even though ODE-01 almost ended up being the commander's final resting place, Kalina managed to hand over the electronic ID just in time. By now, he should be safely back in the yellow zone. Should. I didn't have time to confirm it. Not long after sending him off, we came under the protection of Odessa's Oblast government. Sanguis Fairy. I just heard someone mention him. Where are they? Sopo, who has been messing around at another bench, comes running back over. Most likely in ODE-01 security recycling depot. I'll ask the director for confirmation later. So they're dead, huh? Boring. Don't worry, we'll run into live ones again, sooner or later. However, getting into ODE-01 won't be easy. Even the director will have trouble giving us official clearance as stowaways. You said it yourself, official clearance. Tweaking a few access restrictions, I can handle that. Dandelion specifically reminded me before I came. I see. The director has really sent us a capable helper. Let me contact him, and then we'll head out. Leva claps her hands and whistles cheerfully. Dang, that was a long chapter, dude. There's a long story part there. Okay. And now we got some baddies here. Let's go and challenge. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, man. That was just one, like, cutscene. We'll see how long this whole thing is with all these chapters. With Robella's help, Leva's team successfully infiltrates ODE-01 under cover of night. They reach the Public Security Administration's recycling depot. You tamper with ODE-01's access restrictions so easily. Your EW skills are sharper than before, Robella. Just picked up a few tricks from Dandelion. Besides, without Periska's Neurocloud modification, even if I knew how to do it, I wouldn't have enough computing power to follow through. Don't worry, our skills are not that far apart in terms of electronic warfare. Worried? Why should I be? That was a sincere compliment. Glad to hear it. Sopo, stop looking around. Your shadow will give us away. What are you laughing at? Just feels familiar. Working with you all. Leva, you. Ah, the security droids have moved away. 3 warehouses, yet only 2 patrol squads assigned. The Odessa Oblast government sure is confident in the security of the satellite city. Let's move. Right. First, let's hack into the security system and override the surveillance footage. Robella, Sopo, work with me. Is this level 2? Oh, okay, maybe not. Ooh. That was a cool, like, scene. I've successfully hacked the security system. Now spoofing the video feed. Huh, that went well. Careful, Eva. The security robots have been deployed. You'll need to think of a way to take out all those security robots. I'll back you up. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was a lot of cutscenes, man. And yeah, here's my updated Michidu now with the elite's weapon. So now my Hide 404 team here, they all have elite weapons, and I'm pretty much happy with that. Feel very much, you know, just satisfied with the team right now. I feel like now I can work on another team, like, fully. I'm not sure which one I would work on, though. I've been trying to wait for Macchiato, because I'm waiting for her, like, purple version of her weapon to, like, make a rerun, but even though we do have that selector, it's not, like, available. Alright, here we go. Let's go do it. But yeah, we'll go auto battle, because there's no point playing manually if we can just one-shot everyone. You know what? I could play in heroic mode. I do wonder just how good I am. But yeah, I'm not sure, man. It might take me too long like last time. Oh, that was fast for the mission. Okay. We're actually moving along now. After avoiding the patrol droids, Neva's group begins searching the 3 warehouses. Yeah, it should be this one. I'll never forget the smell of Sangvis junk, no matter how many years has passed. Good work. Of course. Krieger even found someone to enhance my tracking module. Smells, traces, none of them can get away from me. There are Sangvis traces on both the left and right. I'll check the left first. Sopo dashes behind a shelf to the left. Leva glances teasingly at Robella. I believe the director didn't do it on purpose, but the technician, hard to say. Installing the scent recognition module into the nasal cavity, that does follow human logic. Not unreasonable for a technician to design it that way. True. Since Sopo went left, let's check the shelves on the right. Robella sits down a small automaton, shaking her head. Oh, does she have a summon? Oh, I might... A part of me does want to get her, but... I've said this before, like, I think during that live stream. But, like, I think I want to hold out now on, like, getting future dolls. Until I can make, like, a full lore team out of them. Or unless they're, like, very cool. We'll see if I like Robella. I'm not sure. I might just instead wait for a rerun. Not this. How many of these have we seen already? Judging by the dust build-up and the modification methods, these automatons span quite a long time. Some don't even have evidence tags. Yeah, this looks less like a warehouse of illegal droids awaiting inspection, and more like a junk rooms for stacking up old toys. Seems like the Odessa Oblast government has no intention of pursuing those illegal armed groups that operated in ODE-01. In this whole affair, the chief was replaced, the senior staff of NOMFA were attacked, and targeted accusations emerge. This is the Green Zone, which is clearly under Heli's jurisdiction. How dare they be so careless? As long as it involves people, all it takes is one accidental omission or a single miscommunicated message for things to go slip by unnoticed. You really think it was accidental? Who knows? If rats like us can slip into this warehouse, then surely other places can hide things too. Robella, Eva, here, over here. A hurried whisper comes from the far end of the warehouse. Eva and Robella rush over. Around the shelf, they see Sopo holding a small Sangvis diner gates up high above her head. That's what we're looking for? Yeah, these guys. The placement of marks are fresh, and the bullet holes were made recently. I couldn't help but take one apart. It's modded using recent tech. And Robella, look! Sopo happily rushes over with a diner gate in her arms. This diner gate is the same model as that one. They've added some extra firepower modules on the outside, but the core circuits inside haven't changed much. You could say they've kept the spirit authentic.
ちょっと
Keep that away from me. Alright, you're still allergic to diner gates. What? Allergic? I got excited and forgot. Sorry.
アレルギー
Allergic? Yeah, once on a mission, we ran into so many diner gates, Rabella panicked and went crashing around, screaming her head off.
大げさに言
It
わない
wasn't that bad.
へえ
Wow,
面白そうじ
you
ゃ
have
な
to
い
tell me the full story later.
今はタイミ
But
ングが
time's
悪い
tight.
から
We should
ま
get
た
back to
今度
business. Liva takes the diner gates from Sopo.
その辺に廃棄された
Would the enemy
機械
really leave any
手がか
secrets
りが
behind
残ってるとは
in an
思いません
automaton
が
that can just be tossed here?
私たちにはあのプレ
We
ゼン
got
ト
that
があるでし
mysterious
ょ
gift, didn't we?
相手
Whether
が
it's from a
敵で
friend
あ
or
れ
foe,
味方であれ
it can hurt to
まず
suss it
何かを
out.
つかまないと
Otherwise, we'll be stuck waiting for Odessa Oblast government's slow investigation.
そうですね
They have the backdoor key. Let's hack it.
これ
Can this diner gate still boot up? Watch me. Level 2? Yep, level 2 here. Alright. Let's do it. You know, with Michiru here in her sleeping ability, like, it does make the combat exercises so fast.
交代するなら今のうちよ
Like when it comes to like the solo people there. Sopo shoots down a security droid, watching it as it dissolves into data fragments. She shakes her head hard. No satisfaction at all. Destroy it and it just disappears. Can't even keep one as a souvenir. Your room's already full of souvenirs. No one can even get inside. No worries, Mabella always helps me clean up. Since you know that, maybe tidy up yourself next time. Don't always come running to me when your door won't shut. Okay. Ladies, I've scanned the central system. Nothing yet. How's progress on your end? Just some normal combat data. What now? Should we keep digging? We can't give up. If the backdoor key works, then our interpretation of the message was right. Then why not just take this diner key with us? With Leibniz's help, the speed will double. Better than the three of us going through every single track here. Even an older model like this nearly has 5,000 tracks and sectors, even more. Seems that's our only option. Let's just hope it doesn't have a hidden transmitter. If it does, we smash it. Any pursuers, we wipe them all out. Then I'll count on you for that. Let's exit level 2 first. Mabella, ready to go? Wait, about that decrypted message. Wasn't there an extra numerical segment at the end? Yeah, let me check. 37821, why? This number falls within this automaton's logical sector range. I'm thinking maybe it's not meaningless junk, but a pointer. That's possible. We'll have enough time if we only check that sector. And it's safer. Let's go. Hopefully it's not a bad sector. Leva's team inspects sector 37821 and successfully uncovers another hidden back door. Lucky us, this must be it. To hide a second door in such a peripheral sector, one that even bypasses system logs. Just who could it be using it? Since someone knew about it and bothered to tell us, there must be something here. Robella, help me trace it carefully and see what our good Samaritan is really after. Sopo, you're on security while we work. No problems. Half an hour later. Eva, look, this marker. Phew, done. Some good findings. Let's exit level 2. This time we really are leaving. Back at the research facility, Leva immediately reports the clues from the warehouse to Kryuger.
ロベラとソップのおかげで
Thanks to Robella and
カリンが
Sopo,
受信し
we
た
not only
メッセージを
decoded the
解読
message
した
Kalina
シ
received,
ステムバックドア
but
の
also
特定
located
が
the
できた
system backdoor. Robella helped a lot in the chase as well.
よく連携が取れて
Seems you worked well together.
昔なじみだし
Well,
ね
we're old friends.
ロベラ
Isn't that right, Robella?
ま
You could say that.
あバックドアを設置した
Too
最
bad
初
our
を追
trace
跡で
only
きました
reached
が
the party who set up the back
遡
door.
れる範囲が
We
限られ
couldn't
てたの
see
で
further up the chain.
残りの情報
We
は
didn't get
解
any
析
further
できず
information about those highly lethal dolls.
でも
Still, discovering the Gerard's group direct link to these illegal armed forces is enough for you to negotiate with the Oblast government for Kalin's and Lena's release, right? Hmm. But it's not the method I recommend. It may take more time, but it's enough. Rebella, the relationship between the Oblast government and the Gerard group is interesting. Oh, isn't that the guy that we from the previous event? Like the father, or no? Is that someone else? I think that's someone else, right? It looks a bit different, but I might be wrong. As she says this, Leva projects a news report. Beneath the bold headline is a photo of a middle-aged man. This is from 6 years ago. A Gerard group director stepped into politics. This Mr. Rurik is now an Odessa Oblast legislator. I don't remember the name. I think that's someone else. Maybe that's not the same guy from before. No wonder the Oblast government rushed to detain Kalina. The Gerard's group's hand is all over it. Exactly. They're still in their observation period for retaining administrative powers. Even a small scandal could be disastrous. And with Colin digging through their private armaments of highly destructive weapons, even touching on Helena in orders of possible fully immune individuals, of course she became a thorn on her side. But the Oblast government, they really tolerate this. Tolerate, yes, but they're not fully on Gerard's side either. This legislator Rurik, thanks to Gerard's construction work in Odessa, has massive public support. And since the group contributes so much to Odessa's economic and technological development, his voice carries a weight in the legislature. So the Oblast government isn't actively colluding with the Gerard group, but tacit approval is limited obstruction are likely all they can do. But the chief reports to the central government. If the chief opposed it, Gerard couldn't stop him, no? In theory, sure, but from what we've learned, beyond supporting Odessa's development, Gerard has also been deeply involved in the purification project thanks to its tech. With that kind of tie, sidelining the current chief is impossible. And even if he's not sidelined, he can't defend Kalina for now. Why? The official claim is that the chief's is convalescing from illness caused by overwork from the recent intense scrutiny of the Gerard group. The truth is, the chief has disappeared. Huh? When was this confirmed? The exact time is unclear. But ever since you found that the chief contacting Kalina was a really powerful doll called Sextons, no Oblast staff have been able to reach him. His secretary also vanished. Gerard's bold. Chaps are one thing, but kidnapping the chief? That's a path of no return. Maybe they were forced by circumstance. I doubt our investigation threatened the Gerard's group that much. Oh, any leads on the sender of that message, Director? No. They used a throwaway virtual account. It was destroyed right after they sent the message. There's no telling whether they're friend or foe. So that trail's gone cold too. Even if current evidence can't shake Gerard's status in Odessa, your findings are ammo for negotiation. That's enough. Good thing it fell under NOMFA's jurisdiction. Looks like we'll be seeing Kalin and Lena soon. Indeed. I'll arrange their release quickly. You three stay on standby and await further orders. Leibniz will handle your maintenance, and Leva, despite having worked together before, it's still been many years. Schedule some simulation training. No problem. Alright, and there we go. Yeah, perfect time for me to end it here. Yeah, sorry if I wasn't the best at reading. I think my voice recently has been going out. I've been noticing that in the past couple of videos. Like yeah, normally, I'm not the best at speaking, but I feel like it's been going worse than before. But yeah, there we go. That was it for the first 3 parts of, I guess, part 1 of the Deep Oblivion story. But yeah, we have a lot to do, man. I'll try my best to, get through all of it as soon as possible, because yeah, there's like a lot that I need to do. Yeah, we'll see. That maybe by next week I might have to like hasten up the upload process just to make sure I'm like up to date, because I also got to do the intertwined assault as well for me. But yeah, that'll be for next time, guys. I'll go ahead and end here. That'll be for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good